everybody. It's me, Stella Wilde. Thanks for stopping by for your November 2018 tarot and energy scopes, I guess we can call them. A few announcements before we get into your monthly. First of all, please subscribe and hit the bell icon if you haven't already done so that you are notified as soon as I post new videos. I do post also a weekly video. Sometimes I do all the signs, sometimes I just do it by element, but you definitely want to check those out. Two other quick things. I have launched a Jupiter in Sagittarius luck and opportunity forecast. It goes sign by sign by the astrological houses, so you know exactly how Jupiter is affecting your sun sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, and your Venus sign. You get all 12 signs for one price. I will put the link in the description. Jupiter enters Sagittarius in November, on November 8th, so you might want to check out that offering. It's over 6 hours of videos. Yeah, 6 hours. And the other thing is that I am running a Halloween reading special. There's only a limited number of those. They're a 20-minute deep dive into one issue, one particular question, one particular issue in your life, because it's only 20 minutes. And I'm the type of person, you probably know if you've been watching my videos the last couple of months, I'd rather go, 1 inch wide and 1 mile deep into a topic than, into all different things. So anyway, if that's of interest to you, I will leave the link in the description. And as always, I really appreciate all of your comments, all of your likes, all of your shares. It really helps me grow my channel and help more people with the intuitive messages that I have to share. So thank you very much. And now let's get into your monthlies. See you on the other side. Hey Gemini, Stella Wilde. Let's get right into your November 2018 Tarot Scope. I am using the John Holland Psychic Tarot deck and John Holland Spirit Message deck. I'm feeling very drawn to these cards this month, and I am going to do a Celtic Cross. I'm doing that for everybody. I normally don't do those, but I'm just feeling like I need to do that this month. So I will lay that out, and at the end, I will draw one Spirit Message card. Whoop, that's popping right out to tie it all together. Whoa, okay. These cards, Gemini, your energy is jumping. They are just falling right out. So normally I don't do it that way, but they are falling out, so we will take it. All right, all right. Let's see what else we have here. Okay. Oh my. Wow. Okay. Very interesting, Gemini. And not to scare you, of course. I know I shouldn't make all of those dramatic noises. All right. So let's see what is going on. There's definitely a relationship situation going on here, Gemini. But there's also a okay, there's an issue about money, but I feel like that is more related to the relationship. What you want this relationship to be is not what it is. All right, I hate to tell you that, Gemini, but that's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm seeing here. You're not listening to your intuition about it, and I think you're afraid to make a move because of the finances. I think you're afraid, Gemini, that if you leave this relationship, you will not be able to support yourself, that you will, perhaps not have as much, if you're living with someone, not have as much, extra income, that sort of thing. But this is a very interesting reading. we have 1, 2, 3, and I'll show you the cards in a minute. We have 3 number ones. So there is this idea of wanting a fresh start and to really do with the foundation of your life. You want a firm foundation. That is at the base of your reading. You want not only the ability to support yourself, but you want somebody else to also be there that has your back. I mean, look at this, this is a pentacle card. This is the 4 of Pentacles. You want, whenever we have lower back issues, that is because of money problems. Money is located in the lower back. And look at where this arrow is pointing. So, and the other thing I'm getting is, look at the point on the mountain in front of the individual. So it's like, does this person have your back for you to climb that mountain of achievement that you want to climb? Is that person in your life offering you the firm foundation to do that? According to these cards, no. All right. There's some reason that you feel, Gemini, you can't do it on your own, but you can. The cards are here showing that you can do it on your own. It's this relationship, whatever this relationship situation that you're in, it has you suffering in silence and bringing out a lot of shadow material, a lot of ugly control issues, and it's really throwing you off balance, and it is zapping your strength. I will get to those. Those are your outcome cards. Okay, I will get to that. But then at the end, you have a really nice outcome card, but I'll get to all that. You want this firm foundation. You want to be able to climb the mountain, Gemini, because you want to build material prosperity for yourself. But who has your back? Now, look at this. And we have 2 2s in your reading. 3 2s in your reading also. We have 3 number 1s and 3 number 2s. All right. So, very interesting energy. Your current position, your current energy for the month of November, as we're coming into November, you want this firm foundation. But what the heck is going on? And the firm foundation card ties in with the root chakra here. The root chakra is about your physical stability. It's about your roots, your family of origin, your ability to take care of yourself, basic necessities, food, shelter, clothing, things of that nature. The ties, look at the colors. I mean, it ties right into this firm foundation card. But what's crossing, what's under this card is the world is upside down. So something in your world is not allowing you to, is on shaky ground. This relationship that you're in is on shaky ground. And you have to make a decision about it as you're going into November, or you have just made the decision. The 2 of Swords is upside down here. You have had mental conflict about it. And look at the red-orange color in the guy's head. It's about your finances. You're like, well, if I leave this relationship, am I going to be able to support myself? I will not have as much money as I did if I'm in the relationship because, we have 2 incomes or, whatever. So, but in the recent past, you have got to make the decision to trust in your intuition and the awareness that is being shown to you, because it is being shown to you. Also, I will say that you realize that if you continue to stay, Gemini, in this relationship, your finances may suffer further. All right, you're thinking that if you stay in the relationship, your finances will be okay because at least you'll have 2 incomes. But I think if you stay, you realize that you're just going to have your your financial resources sucked out of you. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on as we head into November. I'll get to the near future card in a moment, but in your heart, what you really want is a spiritual union where issues of prosperity and money and things like that are really not paramount. But what you're dealing with is not that. But that's what you want in your heart. You're hoping that you have this is such a beautiful card. You have this melding of the minds, and you know this and not only the mind, but it's really the third eye, right? The two of them, the crown chakra, that they're united spiritually. You know, you really want that. I mean, that's what you want in your heart. And in the near future, in November, you have this awareness that's going to be coming in. Look, you have the Magician card, but look, it's this crown chakra energy. There's the crown chakra. It's this crown chakra energy. You're going to have really a crazy sudden illumination. Like, I feel like it's just gonna like boom come in, and you're going to understand why. Okay, because this card is upright. Why the relationship you're not in now is not the spiritual union. It's not the thing that you want. You already know it on some level because you've had mental conflict about it, and you've made a decision that you're probably going to need to start thinking about shoring up your own finances, squirreling some money away, you know, getting your own money situation sorted out, because I think that you sense the writing on the wall, so to speak, about this. Like, you know, you're finally going to admit it to yourself, like fully, Gemini. Okay? Now, I don't mean to pick on Geminis, but Geminis, because they're such good communicators, they can also like talk themselves into and out of all sorts of things, right? They can just, you know, be like, oh, everything's fine, you know. They're a mutable sign. I mean, they're really good at just kind of, you know, flowing with the energy and not looking things too squarely in the eye sometimes. And this awareness that you're going to have, Gemini, is such a spiritual awakening, really, about the type of union you really want to have and how the one you're in now does not cut it, is not the thing. And you're going to realize that you're going to have to start kind of, like I said, shoring up your finances, you know, so that you will be able to have that fresh start. So you're going to be taking action. You're going to be taking some steps this month, Gemini, which is natural with this Venus retrograde and then the Mercury retrograde. You're going to be reviewing finances, reviewing, you know, kind of maybe different options at work for you, like overtime that you can maybe have. Something like that, you know, so that you have a way to make yourself feel better. You know, you have a way to get some extra money if you need it. Okay, in your home, see, it's very interesting. In your environment, we have the Three of Wands. We have the partnerships and alliances. I think that it is quite probable, Gemini, that I'm not saying that this is third party necessarily. I feel you're going to meet somebody, Gemini. I feel you're going to meet somebody in November. It could even be somebody that comes back from the past, like an acquaintance, but you never dated them, and but you hadn't seen them in a while. Like, they kind of come back. They're like kind of just in the orbit. And seeing and reconnecting with this person, because this is upright, it's going to shed light. Going to shed light on the lack of spiritual union. You're going to have a connection with this person that is much deeper than even what you're having in your relationship now. And I'm not talking sexually. I just mean, like spiritually talking to the person, that flow of energy. You're really going to feel that, and you're going to be like, you're going to get that awareness, like I said. Because in your hope/fear, you have the Four of Cups upside down. It's like, is that all there is? Like, you don't want to continue to be in this discontent and boredom, as John Holland says, knowing that this is not the right situation for you. Like, it's the kind of thing where you didn't want to be alone, so you're in a relationship, so at least you can say you're in a relationship and you're not alone. Okay, great. But what is it doing for you? It's not doing the things for you that you really want it to do for you. And that's going to be brought home, as I said, by this person that comes back on the scene. And you have that connection. You're going to realize, like, yeah, this is really ridiculous. What am I doing in my relationship with this person? Because what's influencing your outcome is another two, is the High Priestess, is your intuition. You already know. And look at the door. I'm just looking at this picture. I haven't used these cards in a while. Look at the door behind her that's illuminated. Your freedom is behind that door. So, are you going to walk through the door, Gemini? Are you going to free yourself from discontent and boredom and walk through that door? Because look at what is going on. Look at these outcome cards. Now, I pulled a couple extra. There is another one. I'm going to save that in a moment. So you have one after these, so just hang in there. We have Nine of Swords, suffering in silence. We have shadow. So that is, I'm trying to remember if that's the Devil card or that's the Tower card. We have shadow. And we have balance upside down and the Strength card upside down. So this relationship has you suffering in silence, is bringing out all sorts of shadow. This is the Moon card, bringing out all sorts of shadow material. There's a lot of deception. This person that you thought, you realized, though, you're realizing. This person you thought was a certain way, as you realize, they're not the spiritual union that you want. You've seen that. That is coming to light. And that's why you're suffering in silence. Your intuition is showing you in November how much this person really puts on an act. They put on an act, Gemini, like they show, oh, I'm the... Meanwhile, they're really like this. They got some deep, dark juju going on there, okay? They really try to keep that from you, and they try to be all like surfacey and nicey, but they're really coming from a place that's not very nice at all. And as a result of all of this, you're off balance and you got no power left. They've taken you, well, maybe you allowed them to take your power, but they have manipulated your power away, Gemini. You didn't see, like, you have been, you wanted a relationship so badly, Gemini. You wanted to be part of something, but it wasn't this light-filled thing that you thought it was. It's really this thing over here. And as a result, the energy it's just taking your energy. So what's going to happen, though, is because your intuition is, you're tuning into that and you're seeing much more clearly what is going on. You have that awareness that's coming in even more strongly in November. You've already been feeling it and seeing certain things. Well, it's going to just really come home to you. As a result, look what's going to happen. Once you get through this, once you get through in November of feeling this suffering in silence and feeling, knowing that has to end. Once you take a step to end it and find your strength again and step out of the shadow of this person, That's when your prosperity will begin. You can't see how you can be prosperous now, Gemini, because this person's shadow is cast over you. So you cannot see how you can be powerful. You can't see it. But once you get out of their shadow and all their bullshit, okay, your prosperity is going to happen. It's going to begin. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. And not only that, but I want you to really, now this is an interesting picture, right? Just look at this picture. There's two hands there, but are the hands of the same person? Or is it another person's hand over another person's hand? That is the question. I think what's going to happen with this, Venus retrograde reevaluation, as well as the Mercury retrograde with this other acquaintance coming back, and look at the two hands here. Look at them. I think you're going to see, Gemini, that you can have a relationship that is a spiritual union, and you can prosper with it both spiritually and financially. You do not have to settle for a relationship in which you are suffering in silence and hiding in somebody else's shadow shit, really. You got me on that? Let's do an oracle card. So this November is very powerful. I think this connection with this person that's going to happen, this other person coming in, is really going to prove a catalyst for you for that awareness and the transformation that will occur. There's been a level of spiritual poverty that you've been in, a spiritual poverty of your own worth in relationship, Gemini. And that is going to end. You want to grow roots. You want to grow roots with somebody, deep roots. Not, being in this shadow where there's like no light. All right, let's see what your... I think it'll probably come to head around Thanksgiving. You're going to not be able to put on the face anymore, Gemini. You're not going to be able to pretend anymore. Holidays have a way of doing that anyway with people, when relationships are kind of fizzling out and it's like, you can't pretend anymore. It's like the holidays, everybody's supposed to be nice or whatever. Once I broke up with somebody on Valentine's Day, I know that's horrible, but I couldn't pretend anymore. It's like that type of thing where it's just the holidays come and everybody's supposed to be thankful and this and that. And then it's you're with this person and you're feeling all this discontent and boredom, and you're realizing that, you're suffering in silence, and, this person's still manipulating you even at the holidays, and you just, you can't take it anymore. Meanwhile, you have this other one texting you, and you get excited about that, and it's just in a stark contrast. And I think by the end of November, you'll be finding your prosperity elsewhere. Not only financially, you'll realize you can make it on your own. You're not going to be on your own, though. There is going to be somebody else. I think the other person's going to come in very quickly. Like I said, I think it's from the past. It's an acquaintance. It's like somebody in the orbit. But I think you're going to probably be with that person rather quickly. But that'll be in December. Look at this card we got for you. Relationships. Relationships are just mirror images of your own life, how you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. I mean, my goodness, like this is exactly like what we were talking about. But it's so interesting because it's kind of like, it's like all these different selves here, right? Like I look at the lady and she's like got all these different people around her, but different versions of herself. I just think like you don't want to be fake anymore, Gemini. I think there's been a level of, game playing and putting on a face because you really didn't, you didn't want to upset your firm foundation. You didn't want to upset what you thought was a firm foundation, but really is not. And, you're really, it's going to be interesting because you're going to be able to finally be yourself. And there's these butterflies here. Look at this. I know that the decks are made by the same person, but just look. There's butterflies. It's a little hard to see, but there's butterflies in this tree. And there's the same white butterflies over here. This new relationship, this new prosperity that you're going to be experiencing, and this new relationship, this relationship may even be with someone that you know from work. You're going to have much more in common with that person, much more in common. And you're going to be able to step into that relationship as who you really are, and not have to pretend. So it's really beautiful. They're just mirror images of your own life. And now that you're feeling much more empowered about your life, that's why you cannot stay in this. Like you know that you want to climb that mountain, Gemini. And you want a partner with you who's going to really support that, not somebody who's going to be undermining you. Behind the shadows and manipulating and undermining you. So you want somebody who's going to climb that mountain with you. And that's who this person is who is coming in. This is freaking awesome. Gemini, I wish you all the best for November. Please like, comment. I really love reading the comments. Let me know how it resonates with you. And please share the video if you feel so inclined. It really helps me grow the channel. Take care, Gemini. I will see you in December. Have a great November. Stella Wilde.